where they actually show the behind the scenes of what their relationship is really like. And while it may seem totally normal for them, considering their past, the vast majority of social media is calling them both out for being in a domestic relationship, begging them to leave this toxic relationship, as well as calling out their followers for even romanticizing this type of relationship. Because let's be real, it's not healthy at all, even if they claim it's out of love. If you've been on social media these last few days, then you've probably come across the viral clip of Blueface and his girlfriend Krishan Brock's latest fight, where Blueface ended up with all over his head after Krishan had supposedly hit him with a glass bottle over an argument they had. She even tried to get a vacuum to get the glass shards out of his head, and it was just asinine. People were not only calling Krishan out for her crazy, out of the loop behavior, but also Blueface more recently after some stuff had come out about him following a podcast he was involved in. Recently, these two both went on a podcast, and it was a mess. Blueface eventually had Krishan thrown out of the studio, calling for security, and this was how they were both acting.
I'm sorry. Nothing to talk about.
That fuel to the fire.
Yeah, I know. Not even 24 hours after this podcast was publicized on social media, Krishan announced that she was pregnant, which shocked some people, but not a lot, because they noticed that she was acting some sort of way throughout this entire podcast interview. And it just hinted to a lot of people that she was pregnant after the host asked her what was up with her and why she was acting the way she was acting.
Oh no, what happened?
What's going
I
on?
just emotional. I don't know if it's my period or if I'm pregnant. I don't know.
Around 24 hours later, Krishan unveiled to the public
Take
that
note
she
of anything
was
that stands
in
out to
fact
you.
pregnant, posting 3 pregnancy tests to her Instagram story, captioned, "Guess how many heartbeats." Now, normally that kind of post would typically get someone excited and happy and congratulating them. But of course, for Blueface and Krishan, they are far from a normal couple. And people started asking Krishan if Blueface was the father of a child. Blueface immediately went in denial on his social platforms, and his immediate response was to announce that they were no longer together, even going as far as to accusing Krishan of sleeping with 10 other dudes, and that the baby could be someone else's. He even went as far as to demand a DNA test before he'll actually believe that he's the father of Krishan's child. But Krishan says that she is firm and knows that Blueface is the father.
We broke up. We broke up, whatever, we break up every other weekend, whatever. Long story short, I found out I was pregnant for his birthday. We're arguing about something else, completely, totally different. He's been smart and evil and spiteful. I really just put the news out because I want all the bad stuff to do its course, because that's what it's just gonna do. I'm not scared to say I'm pregnant. I'm saying it, I'm pregnant because I'm actually keeping it. I for sure know it's his baby. He's doing this maybe for clout. I'm not really sure. People have a spiteful bone in their body, and he's being spiteful. We could have held that to himself. Whatever. We could have got a DNA test. Then when we get the DNA test and it says it's his child, you just gonna know that's just an evil way. I got more news. I can't wait to show you guys I can't wait to just show you guys my journey. I don't need to deal with you. I don't need your money.
Baby in the oven.
Yeah, I got a baby in the oven, and I make my own money. And if you really do want me to boss up so bad that I leave you and get my own, please don't say that's what you wish, because you know that's not what you wish. I love you. I want you to have fun. Do whatever. Like,
These two went back and forth all over Twitter, and it was an entire show. Blueface tweeted, "To answer y'all's question, yes, me and Brock are officially done. It's strictly business. I tried it, and clearly it wasn't giving before she announced she's pregnant with somebody else's child, not mine." Krishan Brock has had encounters with 10 different men in the last year. Until I see DNA test, then it's not mine. Krishan responded saying, "So what happens when you eat all your evil words? I haven't really been active with no one but you. And plus, there can be a DNA test. And I don't need your money. I got my own. I don't need a baby daddy. I'm just having this child because I don't want to keep a She continued to go on a little rant, and something else she revealed that really took people by surprise and got them heated with Blueface was after Krishan claimed that she would finally and happily be keeping the baby instead of aborting it, because that's what she'd been doing since she met Blueface, which is sad.
But my mom said some real phone, and she was like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I don't want a kid. I've been since I met this dude." And I was a at first because we wasn't as serious, and I didn't have all my money together. Now I make like over 6 figures. Like, no, straight. I don't need you. I can tell the kids that you feel me? Like, we can say you don't exist. Like, I don't need a baby daddy. I don't need child support. I got God, my friends. I don't care what you call this. I don't know what this is. You the type to hit me up tonight, fuck the shit out of me again. So, beef is a real beef. You did it before any DNA test, and I don't even know why I did that. I don't know what I'm doing. Dude, that's so crazy that I'm talking like this. But I can't wait when we get that. And it's cool. You still not the father after saying you the father. My mama, bro. I don't like even people like this, bro. I don't need you.
Someone made a tweet regarding these two's relationship, and it actually makes a lot of sense psychologically in regards to their relationship and just the way they've been acting with each other over the last year. It really starts to make sense how she got so enmeshed with Blueface. The cycle of she's a victim and everyone is just laughing at her, exploiting her for entertainment. Here was a clip they posted about Krishan's past and what a lot of people think is the way that her past kind of shaped her to the person she is today and the type of relationships that she allows herself to be in due to the type of environment she kind of grew up around.
That transition from obviously homelessness to college and then now you're here.
My mother had all 12 of us. We was all in one bedroom apartment.
And you're the 11th of 12.
Yeah, I'm 11 out of 12. I just witnessed her getting by my dad. He was like he kept stability, but I really feel like my mom kept that. I just feel like the guys in her life, the men that's in her life, like end up taking advantage of who she was and what she was. I don't know. Like it used to be like things like he used to take her to the woods and tie her up. I was like always on my own up until like 9. Like I was always living with another family member, or a sister or brother, or living with a friend.
Did you ever witness any of you?
Yeah, like he used to like it was just one time I came home. How old was I? Like 8 years old, and my tooth came out like this. Like,
Really?
With the bottom one.
Oh wow.
Here's what a lot of people have been having to say about the dangers of their relationship and their thoughts on how it's even being praised by some people on social media, which obviously isn't healthy at all. The normalizing of Blueface and Krishan is making me very concerned for victims. Not only is society becoming desensitized to it's being sensationalized. I think it's wild how people find Blueface and Krishan clearly is a relationship entertaining. If somebody ends up it's gonna be a whole different story. People keep saying if you think Krishan and Blueface is bad, you should see me and my man fight. Y'all need psychiatric care immediately. That is not love. It is not cute. Anyways guys, this is what's been going on with Krishan and Blueface recently. I definitely want to know what you guys think about their entire relationship and especially how all this has been aired publicly to millions of people on social media. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I love you guys so much and as always, I'll see you in the next video.
So I need this to rewind. How you go back on here? I just want to go back to the beginning. I don't know.
You paused it. Now you have to the X. Right top of the screen.
Sliders card. How do we just go back to the YouTube page that we were on? Because we're going to discuss. Is it? Yeah, I just want to go. was the timeline.
The lockdown has been released, just so
Okay, thank you.
Blueface
There we
and
go.
Rashawn
There we
Rock
go.
have taken us behind closed doors multiple times, from arrest.
Okay, so why do y'all think that we just went over this? Why do y'all think?
To show what a abusive relationship looks like.
Okay, you say to show what an abusive relationship looks like. Somebody else, talk to me.
Show how toxic people act.
Show how toxic people act. Give me something else. Sorry.
So we can learn to avoid things like that.
For sure. Alright.
I don't really know. I'm trying to find something different.
And if it's the same, it's all good. If it's the same, it's all good. Raise your hand if you guys think that you can, like if I was to give y'all a test right now, do you think y'all could be able to accurately and like tell me the difference between a healthy relationship romantically and a non-healthy romantic relationship? Y'all think y'all could or could not?
I mean, I could.
You think you could?
Yeah, I think you could. I mean, like, the unhealthy stuff, like, you could tell, like, when you're reading it or you see it, somebody else point of view. I think it's just harder to tell when it's, like, you and yourself. And your point of view.
Oh, that was good. Why do you think that?
Cause, like, when you
Why is
like, you know, love is blind, you don't get to see all the red flags, you just look at it, he's like, oh, I love this girl, she doing this. It's out of love, what everybody's saying, it's just like, caught up.
No, that's good. That's good. So what you're saying is it's easier to identify and point it out when it's outside of us, when it's somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
However, when it's us, when we're in it, it's harder to identify
Yeah.
because of emotions, love, and all that, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me write those words down. What are some other things that you just saw between their relationship?
Arguments, I like.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting.
But, so you guys are saying this. You say you see arguments, fighting, all kind of stuff that's not necessarily positive, correct? Did y'all find anything positive about their relationship?
No.
There wasn't one thing that y'all could point out and say, you know what, this was kind of positive.
I follow what we just.
So, with this being portrayed to y'all heavily, because y'all have seen this a lot on social media, right? Have any of y'all watched their show?
No. Yeah, I don't even listen to Blueface, man. His music trash.
But you,
I heard music
but
trash.
you know that they've been through a bunch of crazy stuff on social media.
Yeah.
You see it playing out. Do you see that it influences? Because I know it's for entertainment, but do y'all think that it influences people y'all's age?
Yeah,
In what manner, though?
in a bad way. It basically romanticizes the abuse and toxicity.
Oh my gosh! So you just said, oh, wrong button. So you just said it romanticizes the abuse. I don't know how to get back to the main page now. But you said it romanticizes the abuse and the toxicity, right?
Yeah.
Dang, how do I get back to my to where I can write? So it romanticizes toxicity and abuse. Have any of y'all ever been in a relationship that was toxic?
Yes.
Who said that?
Me.
What were some of the toxic traits? What were some of the toxic points that happened in your relationship? Because I've been in them too. We all have.
Where do I start? The lying.
How many years ago was this? Or months or whatever?
It was like last year.
Okay.
It's 4 years now.
Okay. You said lying?
Mm-hmm. Manipulating.
Manipulation. What else?
Just like complete lack of accountability and not taking responsibility.
Okay. Anything else? Was there sex involved?
Initially, and then
So you had a soul tie,
yeah.
which is another word for a bond with this person. Because anytime we bring sex into it, are y'all understanding that sex does change things?
Definitely.
Y'all understand that?
Mm-hmm.
And we explained to you guys before how men and women both release, I believe, something called oxytocin, but the women release more of it. They call it like the love hormone. They release more of it, so it creates a stronger bond with them. That's why women are generally more emotional and attached after we have sex with them. So sometimes a guy can go have sex with 3 women and he'd be good. He's like, oh, I have no attachment, I'm good, I got what I needed. But she would probably be more attached to you. Does that make sense? So you said no lying, you said manipulation, no accountability, you had sex, you created a bond, a soul tie with this woman. Is there anything else that went on?
Cheating.
Oh! Cheating. On whose side, if you don't mind sharing?
On her side.
So she cheated.
Yep.
And how long were you together?
3 months.
Okay, so whoa, a lot of stuff happened in 3 months.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to break free, to get out of it?
Yes. Well, I don't want to let her go. I don't want to let her go. Let's always put that out there. I don't want to let her go. But like, when I had some serious talks with my people, my brothers, and they were like, yeah, let her go. And Ramadan came around, so it was just like, yeah. So that just like gave me the free mind, because it was my first time having sex with a girl. So I was like, oh, I need this from her, and like, I don't want to let her go. I don't want to leave back feeling alone.
Yeah.
But then you just, like, when you let go of that part of the relationship, I realized I didn't really want to be with her. She's a terrible person. So.
Oh my gosh, you were leading me into. So, what's this first word right here? Everybody, I need you all to talk to me. Sorry, come on. What's this word?
Lying.
Manipulation.
Manipulation. Soul tie. No accountability. Cheating. Virginity.
Okay, I'm gonna erase these all off of here very quickly. And you said something that was powerful. You said when you stopped having sex, what happened? Or when you what did you just say?
Like, when we let go of the sexual part of the relationship, I just realized that she wasn't a good person, and I don't want to be in that relationship with her.
So you said when you cut the sex out, you realized that it wasn't even really nothing else that you were bringing to the table. So when me and Mr. Price initially started talking to you guys about intercourse, about having sex, some of y'all sexually active, some of y'all have done it in the past, some of you guys are going to be in the future. You know, my job is to not to like hound you guys with my beliefs. However, one thing I do know, because I've lived it, because for 2 years I gave up sex. I was completely celibate till me and my wife got married. I did that for a reason, because I knew that sex clouds your judgment. Right? It does. So here's the deal. If you can meet and this is just me giving y'all some game, if you can meet somebody and you can have a connection with this person, you can talk with them, you can be around them, y'all can have fun, you can laugh, you're challenged by this person without there being sexual intimacy, sexual intercourse, that's a good sign. However, when I take it upon myself to sleep with you early on, sex, 1, becomes an expectation, and 2, it can cloud my judgment, because I'm thinking about getting this feeling from sex. But like you just said, when you pull that away, you realize that this wasn't even worth my time. And what I ultimately want you guys to understand, everybody look at me. What I ultimately want you guys to understand is that as you guys age, this program is called the Young Men of Excellence. We want you guys to carry yourself with excellence. And part of that is not just is being in control of your seed, your sperm, not just having sex with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I know that people in songs and music tell you that that's cool. However, that can get y'all jammed up and get y'all put in some bad situations if you're not responsible with how you carry yourself and where you give your body to, who you give your body to. Do you guys believe that who you give your body to can bring you on a new set of problems based on the problems they have?
Yes.
So if we have John, and John comes from, let's say John suffers from depression. Let's say John was molested. Okay. And John gets with Sierra. They like each other a lot. However, John has not dealt with his depression or being molested. He struggles with those things, but he finds comfort in Sierra. Do you think that Sierra would take on some of those issues that John has with his depression or with him being molested if he has not gotten the help that he needs?
Yes.
You say no? You don't think so? Why not?
Because humans are not. Some people are not kind enough to actually care.
Mm-hmm.
Just probably just get what they want and just get going.
Okay.
I disagree.
Go ahead.
If they're together, then that means they're like spending their time with each other, emotional experiences with each other, and if he don't got like a positive outlet, or he didn't like talk about it or get it out, like, because depression and getting molested, that can really mess up your mental, and you get in a relationship, you can really like mess her up as well. Just talking to her, be disrespectful, because you're angry about something else, you might just take the anger out on her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you think if on a surface level they like each other, they're good, right? They like each other, but then they cross the boundary, they end up having sex and are doing it every 3 days, how do you think that's going to take the relationship from where it's at to somewhere else? How do you think that would affect it?
It's an expectation.
Mm-hmm. Becomes an expectation. What else?
They're gonna be attached to each other.
Expectation and attachment. So let me bring this full circle. Expectation and attachment. Everybody say expectation.
Expectation.
Say attachment.
Attachment.
Do you all believe that? Boom, boom. Let me find my video. Do you all believe that if you had to bet your money, because we can't say this
Yes.
100%,
Blueface eventually had Krishan throw.
but if you had to bet your money, would you all say that things would be different if Blueface and Krishan had not had sex with one another?
Yes.
Meaning they were dating, but they didn't have sex yet.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that this is normal, all this fighting and stuff that they're doing?
No.
You do understand that I've heard that she's literally hit him over the head with a bottle, that there's been
Hennessy bottle.
video of them. You said a Hennessy bottle?
Yeah.
Y'all do understand that's not normal behavior, right?
Yes.
And that what often triggers that, because they talked about it in the video, she comes from what? What did they talk about her childhood?
A broken home.
Broken home, what else?
12 kids.
Abuse, what else?
12 kids.
12 kids, what else?
Mom was down bad.
Mom was down bad.
She watched her father beat on her mom.
Absolutely. Do y'all see the cycle being repeated?
Yes.
And so what I really want you guys to understand, and I wrote this down here, I said, where does it come from? The cycle's continuing, and then the influence that it has. Where does it come from? Where did this come from? Krishan, and probably some stuff that he's dealt with. How is the cycle continuing for him and his girl? Him and his mom will be going back and forth on social media sometime. That's dysfunctional in and of itself. That's another story though. How is it playing out in their relationship? She talked about seeing her mama get beat, seeing her mama get tied up the trees, growing up in a 12 with 12 other siblings. How is this transitioning into their life?
7 kids with a man who's they're in an abusive relationship.
The cycle's continuing. Hold on, gentlemen. And what do we call this? What is this called? What do we think that they have?
Generational
Curse.
Soul tie.
Soul tie. So we examine Krishan and Blueface. This is not normal behavior. And what I really, really, really don't want to happen to you guys is you guys get in the wrong situation or get yoked or caught up with the wrong person, and these same things continue. We watched the video and saw where it come from, and the cycle repeats itself unless someone chooses to break it. Everybody say the cycle repeats itself unless somebody chooses to break it. You guys have to be the ones to break the cycle. We've normalized a lot of things in our community where we see Krishan and Blueface acting a fool on social media, and we see it as entertainment, but we take it in. And a lot of people y'all's age think that this is normal behavior. Because it's entertainment, they take it in and it seeps into their relationships. Your job is to make sure that your relationship doesn't mirror this at all. This is a woman that's hurt and this is a man that's hurt. And their dysfunction is playing out for the world to see. Y'all understand that? Y'all sure? All right, you gentlemen are free to go. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.